It was on picture mode.
Yes. I will upload the stills as
There's a
well.
couple pictures of it.
Nice, nice. All right, so let's see. Last month, we talked about the importance of having a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, which you found when you made the decision to turn your life and will over to the care of God. Now you will see that the road to recovery is not meant to be traveled alone. You will find that you actually need 3 relationships. The most important is the relationship with Jesus Christ. In addition, you will need the relationship of your recovery group or church group. And thirdly, you will need an accountability partner or a sponsor. Now, before I go any further, I want you to know that you really do need a sponsor. I have tried this for years without a sponsor. You need a sponsor. I now have 2. Yeah, pretty cool. I get to see one of them all the time and one of them sometimes. It's good stuff. Identifying a sponsor and or accountability partner is especially important before you begin principles 4 through 6, in which you work on getting right with God, yourselves, and others. Principle 4 is all about getting rid of truth decay and coming clean. Proverbs 15 and 14 says, "The heart of him who has understanding seeks knowledge, but the mouths of fools feed on folly." Are you ready to feed on the truth about your life? Then it's time to take out the trash. The trash can get pretty heavy at times, so you don't want to handle it alone. You need a genuine, I don't know, one or the other, mentor, coach, or in recovery terms, a sponsor or accountability partner. Some of you may still be unconvinced that you really need another person to walk alongside of you on your road to recovery. So tonight we're going to answer the 5 following questions. Why do I need a sponsor or an accountability partner? What are the qualities of a sponsor? What does a sponsor do? Okay, how do I find a sponsor or accountability partner? And what's the difference between a sponsor and accountability partner? So the first question, why do I need a sponsor? There are 3 reasons why you need a sponsor. Having a sponsor or an accountability partner is actually biblical. Say what? It's in the Bible? Ecclesiastes 4, 9 through 12 says, "2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their toil. For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him who is alone when he falls, and has not another to lift him up." Again, if 2 lie together, they keep warm, but how can one keep warm alone? "And though a man might prevail against one who is alone, 2 will withstand him. And a threefold cord is not quickly broken." Right. So you get yourself an accountability partner, you get yourself Jesus, and then that's 3 people. That's you, Jesus, and an accountability partner. And then that threefold cord, not going to be broken very easy. And Proverbs 27:17, this is why I wanted to grab my Bible tonight. Doggone it. So look at the cool Bible cover that I have that my wife got me. It says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one sharpens another." Yeah, isn't that cool? It's blue and anyway. I'm going to remember it 2 weeks from now, and I'm not going to remember why. It's going to be great. Anyway, Proverbs 27:17 tells us, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." The phrase "one another" is used in the New Testament over 50 times. Just to drive that last point home, you need a sponsor. You got to have somebody to talk to. You got to have somebody you can trust. If you can't trust me, find a friend. Patrick needs a friend. He's actually been looking for a friend on friendfinder.com. I'm kidding.
I put an ad in the newspaper. I'm old school.
Oh, that's right. Patrick doesn't do technology. I forgot. I'm sorry, buddy. Having a sponsor or accountability partner is a key part of your recovery program. Did you know that your recovery program has 4 key elements to success. If your program includes each of these areas, you are well on your way to the solution and to wholeness. The first key is maintaining an honest view of reality as you work each step. Because the first step is to step out of denial. I have yet to see this program fail for someone who could be completely honest with him or herself. I have, however, seen some give up on the recoveries because they could not step out of denial into God's truth. Having someone to help you keep honest is a real plus in successfully working the steps. My someone before I had a sponsor or accountability partner is back at that table amening me. Let me tell you, when you have a wife that keeps it real, you keep it real. The second key element to making your attendance at your recovery group meetings a priority is in your schedule. This does not include taking the summer off or not going to a meeting because it's raining. Don't get me wrong, it's great to take a vacation, but after that time is up, come back to your meetings. Because remember, your hurts, habits, and hang-ups, they don't take vacations. You need to make Wednesday nights here at Celebrate Recovery and any other meeting that you may attend a priority. A sponsor or accountability partner can encourage you to attend your meetings. Can. I didn't say would. I said can. Should. Definitely should. Should be like, hey bro, it's Wednesday. You coming? Hey John, I don't have your number. Remind me to get it from you. There's this whole thing that the women do in their group. They have this like list of phone numbers and everybody has everybody's number. Yep. It's crazy. I'm just suggesting to the small group leader in here that maybe we do that in the men's group. I don't know. What do you think? Okay, he says yes, so that's what we'll do. Yeah, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. He's the unofficial small group leader. I said that, hey, he's the unofficial leader. I said that like 6 weeks ago, maybe 4. He's also the timekeeper. The last key element to a successful program is getting involved in service. Once you have completed Principle 8, you will be able to serve as a sponsor, but until that time, there are plenty of other service opportunities to get you started. Plenty. You know anything about electrical? I got a light fixture that needs to be put up for a month. You know, service is nothing but love in work clothes. I like that one, but nobody said anything. Did you know that service is nothing more than love in work clothes? And there are plenty of opportunities to suit up at Celebrate Recovery. If you want to get involved, see me, Sister Kim, Pastor, somebody. Heather's the church secretary. She could probably tell you the things that Pastor was stressing out about or something. I don't know. Without exception, everyone here needs a sponsor and or accountability partner. Having a sponsor or accountability partner is the best guard against relapse. By providing feedback to keep you on track, a sponsor or accountability partner can see your old dysfunctional, self-defeating pattern beginning at the surface and point them out to you quickly. He or she can confront you with the truth and love without placing shame or guilt. What? Ecclesiastes 7:5 says, "It is better for a man to hear the rebuke of the wise than to hear a song of the fools." Better to hear the rebuke of the wise than a song of the fools.
I'll do explain. What does that mean?
Well, it's better to hear a harsh truth from my wife than have somebody else tell me everything's fine. Oh, you don't have to do that. No, you don't have to actually go to church every Sunday. You don't have to show up to church. Church it's not that important. That's a song of a fool. For example. I mean, it's not necessarily titled The Song of a Fool, but it might as well be.
What was that? Ecclesiastes what?
7 and 5. Yes.
Not everything feels good.
Not everything that is good for you sounds or feels good. like my wife has made it perfectly clear over the last several years. I know I just keep picking on you. It's fun though, it's easy, because you're the one that talks to me the most. So it is important to raise successful children. The children don't need to necessarily be happy all the time, as long as the end result is success. Now, as a single father, that was hard for me when it was explained to me the first time, because no, the babies need to be happy. But they don't. They need to be successful.
What's our goal?
Successful adults. Happy, successful adults. What was that?
Progress, not perfection.
Progress, not perfection.
Well, there's that.
All right.
I didn't say we reached that goal.
The trouble with most of us is that we would rather be ruined by praise than saved by criticism. Hmm?
Don't get the wrong idea. Sponsors aren't just who criticizes you. I promise.
Well, no, but we're going to the qualities of a sponsor here in a second. What are the qualities of a sponsor? Not somebody to beat you with a stick, although. The purpose of a man's heart is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. Proverbs 20:5. When you are selecting a sponsor, look for the following qualities. Does his walk match his talk? Is he living the 8 principles? Many people have the lingo down pat, but their lifestyle doesn't match their talk. Be certain that the person you choose as a sponsor is someone whose life example is worthy of imitation. Here's a Bible verse that says, be imitators of Christ. Anyway, I can't find it in my head, I looked. Does she have a growing relationship with Jesus Christ? Do you see the character of Christ developing in her? Does he express the desire to help others on the road to recovery? There's a difference between helping others and trying to fix others. We all need to be careful to guard, totally lost it, to guard the sponsorship relationship from becoming unhealthy and codependent. That was hard. Does she show compassion, care, and hope, but not pity? You don't need somebody to feel sorry for you, but you do need someone to be sensitive to your pain. Rick Warren says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Is he a good listener? Yeah, right. Do you sense that he honestly cares about what you have to say? Is she strong enough to confront your denial or procrastination? Does she care enough about you and your recovery to challenge you? Notice I'm going back and forth with the he and she's. That's to confuse me. Does he offer suggestions? Sometimes we need help in seeing options or alternatives that we are unable to find on our own. A good sponsor can take an objective view and offer suggestions, but not give orders. Can she share her own current struggles with others? Is she willing to open up and be vulnerable and transparent? I don't know about you, but I don't want a sponsor that says he's worked the principles. I want a sponsor who's living and working the principles every day. So what is the role of a sponsor? Let me give you 6 things that a sponsor can do. She can be there to discuss issues in detail that are too personal or would take too much time in a meeting. This is especially true with Principle 4. You don't share your complete inventory in a group setting. You just don't. The sponsor can be there to share his or her own experiences and offer strength and hope. The sponsor's role is to model Christ's grace, forgiveness, and to give a sense of perspective. 2, he is available in times of crisis or potential relapse. I will always tell you, call me before you take that drink. You can still take that drink after we talk if you want to, but call me first. Or whatever call me before you do something stupid. If we're done talking and you still want to do something stupid, call me first. We'll pray about it.
Call you again?
Come on. Dude. Ecclesiastes 4:12 says, "And though a man might prevail against one who is alone, two will withstand him, and a threefold cord is not easily broken." Number 3, she serves as a sounding board by providing an objective point of view. This is especially true in Principle 6 when you are dealing with the sensitive area of making amends and offering forgiveness. You need a good sounding board. Number 4, he is there to encourage you to work the principles at your own speed. It is not his job to work the principles for you. He can coach you, comfort you when you're stuck, and slow you down if you're working too fast. 5, most important, she attempts to model a lifestyle that results from working the 8 principles. It's difficult to inspire others to accomplish what you haven't been willing to try yourself. A good sponsor lives the principles. And 6, a sponsor can resign or be fired. It's not a lifetime position. So, that brings us to how do I find a sponsor or accountability partner? The responsibility of finding a sponsor or accountability partner is all yours. That was clear, right? But let me give you a few final guidelines to help you in your research, or in your search. First and foremost, a person must be the same sex as you, no exceptions. I don't think I need to explain that. And I'm not going to if you think I do, so. Can you relate to the person's story? If you're choosing someone to be your sponsor, does he or she meet the qualities of a good sponsor that we just covered? 3, invest some time in fellowship and get to know others. That's the main reason we have fellowship. 4, if you ask someone to be your sponsor or accountability partner and that person says no, don't take it as a personal rejection. Remember that their own recovery has to come first. If they turn you down, it's not personal. Their plate is simply too full. If someone turns you down, ask someone else. You can even ask for a temporary sponsor or accountability partner. Remember, these are not lifetime commitments. Most importantly, ask God to lead you to the sponsor or accountability partner of his choosing. He knows you and everyone in the room. He has someone in mind for you already. All you got to do is ask. So what are the differences between a sponsor and an accountability partner? A sponsor is someone who has completed the first 4 Celebrate Recovery step books and has worked the 8 principles in 12 steps. He or she meets 6 requirements that we talked about in the role of a sponsor. The main goal of this relationship is to choose someone to guide you through the program. An accountability partner is someone you ask to hold you accountable for certain areas of your recovery or certain issues, such as meeting attendance, journaling. Don't ask me to hold you accountable in journaling. I still can't hold myself accountable, and so forth. This person can be the same level of recovery as you are, unlike a sponsor who should have completed the principles or steps. The main goal of this relationship is to encourage one another. You can even form an sometimes I can English and sometimes I can't. You can even form an accountability team of 3 or 4 people. The accountability partner or group acts as a team, whereas a sponsor's role is that of a coach. You can start forming your accountability teams in your small groups tonight. And when you share, just ask if anyone is interested. Let God work and see what happens. I can guarantee you this, though. Nothing will happen if you don't ask. Start looking for and building your support team tonight. That's the end of my lesson. Questions, comments, no cheap shots. I think I have a comment in the back.
A couple things that came to mind, hopefully I can remember them. We are still new beginnings here. We are still a fairly intimate group, meaning a handful or so. And what's wonderful about that is everybody in this room is part of an accountability team. And I think it's wonderful. I mean, I speak for the ladies. I can't speak for you guys. Sorry, I don't know them.
We don't even know each other.
And, but your lesson is being shared on YouTube as well as, Facebook on mine, and, so I wanna go into just a little bit more detail, as far as, accountability partner, okay? I have a room full of them, and they're wonderful. And because, now I wanna go on because everybody knows that I've taken people through the steps or attempted to, as well. And when you say choose somebody, who lives by the 8 principles, I start self-reflecting and I start thinking about myself, and I'm like, am I, and so that's the thoughts and it's not just about self-doubt, which some of my friends will, point it out later, that, you're doubting yourself, but here's the thing. It doesn't mean, living the 8 principles doesn't mean you're perfect. It means you deal with them, the biblical way. You deal with your struggles in a biblical way. And, learning this is our, coming on our 3rd year, which of course I had done it before and so had Greg. And sometimes it takes a while to get those embedded into your life every single day. And so that's just what I wanted to say, that, your sponsor doesn't have to be perfect.
Because there's no such thing.
Exactly. And also letting myself know that I don't have to be perfect, but those principles are very, very important because they will, teach you the biblical way and what's best for your recovery, your own sanity, as well as teaching somebody else that way of life, basically.
Sanity is important. One day.
It's one of his promises, restores to sanity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Renewing or not?
One day. It's like Romans 12:1. I do that. Anyway. Anybody else? Sir?
I'm willing to be an accountability partner.
All right.
Anybody hear that? You got an accountability partner over here. Anybody else? Anybody else? All right. Anybody need some tips? Huh? 30 day, 60 day. I love chips. It's my favorite part.
I love that show when I was a kid too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any first timers, and I think we gave our last week. I think we're clear this week. But I see a bunch of people counting, a couple of people counting. That's a good sign. That means they're coming.
That's good. It's good. Telling you that's my favorite part. All right, so church announcements.
Tomorrow, we can help, we're having the Chamber of Commerce meeting here tomorrow. But we need some tables put out and some chairs moved. It'll be a big help,
Tonight, please.
because my doctor doesn't want me doing this stuff.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you guys are recorded after church. We're moving stuff around.
after church,
Anyway.
move stuff.
I can back tomorrow, but
There's a sign-up sheet back here for desserts for Celebrate Recovery. If you're interested in bringing some desserts, that'd be awesome. Desserts are cool. It's like my favorite part of the meal.
Hey, I love that came out.
Yeah,
We're not going yet.
and that cake was great, by the way. Cake. This Sunday, after church, we have an all-you-can-eat spaghetti dinner that we'll be sending our ladies to ladies retreat. If you'd like to send the ladies to ladies retreat, you should come and eat spaghetti. So $10 for adults, $5 for kids 5 to 12. That's after church. So invite people to church. and then tell them to get here at 1 o'clock also. Sir?
We show up for the spaghetti dinner, does that get them going on Sunday?
Right, get him.
Get them headed that way, or are we gonna wait for them to leave?
Oh, that was good.
Fire them up and send them out.
He is on one tonight. Don't know. Any other questions about the Sunday dinner? Ask Sister Heather. She's the one that knows stuff on my life. Easter Sunday is coming up. It is the 20th. That is soon.
On Sunday, I forgot to order those pumpkins.
Palm Sunday is this Sunday, and Pastor forgot to order the palms, so they better be here. Easter Sunday is always a great time to be here.
What's Palm Sunday?
It's the Sunday before Easter.
That's
It's when
It's
it came
Sunday
in.
before, yeah.
on the donkey.
I'm gonna turn this down, we're doing a lot of phone.
You are correct. And they put palm leaves down. So you.
I think the remodel in Texas